Let's get the show on the road in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes, minute and a half. Let's do these. What have I got? Yeah. Wait. What is going on? Ah, it had frozen. It's all sorted now. As we approach the beginning. Here we go. The beginning of round 8. Yeah. In BFL. BFL? God, if I've messed up already, it's not a good start. BFR. Okay. Wasn't too far away. But let's do this. Let's get this show on the road. Here down under. In Australia, mate. I for one are thankful that I am not driving because I cannot drive this circuit. Long day. Is that dry? Looks like we have a dry qualifying session for now. Let's see who shall be the first car on circuit. We have 18 minutes of qualifying here in Albert Park. "17 minutes of qualifying. Here we go. I wish I could see what the weather was doing. It'd be great to know if it's going to rain because the clouds look very, very glum. Very, I'm going to mess everybody up. We shall have to see as the session progresses. We have a car coming out on circuit. Couldn't tell you what that was, we'll find out in a second. It was Arctic Ryan, last week's driver of the day. Looking to put on a performance similar to Zambo, a fantastic comeback. See how we get on. Eugene following. And now everyone comes flying out onto the circuit. We expect 2 runs providing it stays dry. The weather looks I can. Weather looks like the average day in Britain. It could rain. It doesn't look like it's raining as we speak, and no one really rushed out on circuit, so we could be all good for this qualifying session at the moment. Positive has given up in qualifying. I wonder if that's a qualifying one. Just fancy the challenge. I rate it, so had a very strong race at Zandvoort. You know, puncher from the lovely Cadillac deciding to ruin that. Arctic Ryan will be the first to set a representative lap time. See how this lap looks. Nice and steady through 4, through 5. Ooh, plants a barrier there. No damage on the looks of it. Looking good so far. The big point this race will be the battery. God, don't knock the phone over. Battery will be so important down the straight. Arctic Ryan has done a very good job of containing it. Nice and clean so far. The battery is always going to be a bit shit through here. Good apex, nice exit. Looking at a very decent banker lap for Mr. Ryan here. One I'm thinking proud of. Through the final corner, my least favourite corner on the whole circuit, and probably calendar. To the line, 120.0. Right, Eugene, what's on the board? To the line, a 118.5. Now that is impressive. JK Route, what can you bring to the table, buddy? On your first banker, 20.4, potential Ryan. Next up, we have centre back G. To the line, a Bulliger with a 5 pet good penalty including with Skyline. That's gonna be frustrating for him. As Rufio goes third, Papa Rim goes to the front row as it stands. Gisa starts his lap. Armoring, the other Alpines going in the pits. Skyline in the pits. The Williams. Oh, Jim Clark comes across the line to go third fastest. Very good luck. Solid 9/10 of Eugene there. Absolute stonking lap from Eugene. I'm proud of that one. Who else do we have? The Red Bull, 28.3. Looking less competitive. Stone Cold. The end of his lap. Through the final corner. Towards the line. Across the line, sub 1 minute 20. I think they'll be happy with that one. Is Arctic Ryan on another lap? We will have a look. 2 seconds down. I'm not improving, they are on another lap though. There's the Red Bull Geyser. Comes across the line. 24.0. Time to be found there, I'd imagine. Keep up with Ryan though. Into the middle sector split. A 10th up. That 10th could promote him up to P6, possible P5, with what could be found in the middle sector. Meanwhile, we're still waiting for last week's race winner, Bulladiger, Darfton's Skyline and Hybrid to set representative lap time. And last week's race winner coming into the final sector. Looks nice and clean so far. Looking good. Very good battery management. The line P4, not too bad. Next up, Darth Pims. Did Ryan improve? Ryan pitted on that lap, despite being a 10th up, so maybe he lost it in our sector, or ran out of fuel. Either way, it's good insight to know. Darth Pims, flying through the middle sector. We enter the final sector of the lap. Spot on the braking. No risk on the exit. I think... No, it's not backed out. No reason I thought it was backed out. That was stupid. Very good battery save towards the end of the lap. And then come passing towards the line. So a 1:19.9 brought itself to 8th place. Decent lap. Skyline will be next to set a representative lap time. With Buller Digger and Hybrid still waiting. Yeah, on circuit. Buller Digger would be very pissed off with that penalty. It could be a real hindrance. Into the first few corners for Skyline. Through turn 3, into 4. Decent exit of 4. Through 5. No risk taken at all with the outside barrier. 27-7 first sector. I have no idea if that's competitive, to be honest with you. Let's see for ourselves whilst he runs up to the second sector. Eugene currently fastest for 26.9 in the first sector. Time to find indeed Skyline. Into the middle sector split. 46.7. Putting in such a short sector, I'd imagine that's about the same off maybe. I'm not sure. But Eugene was stonking that. Their first lap of session. Over half a second faster than Upper Rim on the front row. I'll be proud of that one. Skyline into the final corner. Decent banker. Time to be found, but for a banker. Shortest run to the line. 20.8. Promoted to P11. Respectable. Next up we have Buller, who has that 5-place grid penalty laying over him, which I'm sure is not music to his ears. These yellow flags are out for the Mercedes. I think that's the Alpine getting... Alpine will be getting out of the way. I believe it's the Alpine. What can Buller produce on this lap? Might encounter traffic, I'm not sure. Depends what the Williams of Mr. Jim. He won't out that play, I think Buller will be fine actually. Providing Jim doesn't catch Aston. Could be okay though. Pushing real hard in the final sector, Jim. Getting those tyres warm. Let's see what he can perform. As Eugene begins another lap. Grassy front right tyre and an invalidated lap already. Well, they won't be the happiest about that one. So we have both McLarens out there on the lap, JK Route and Stone Cold. Stone Cold half a second up at the stands through the first sector. JK Route 2.5 cents down. Stone Cold 3.5, 4 cents up through the middle sector split. No battery at all for the straight. I could come back to bite him on the arse. Late braking, touch the curb, nice and clean so far. Little wide on the exit, shouldn't cost too much. Bit of oversteer, a bit of understeer maybe. Northwood corner, nice and clean. Final corner, nice and tight. Let it go on the exit and look good. See if these can actually keep the improvement in the time. The time is a 3/10 improvement, which is good enough for P6. His teammate. JK Route still 2.5 cents down from the middle sector. To the line, they improved by basically nothing. Buller. In Clark, 2.5 tenths up in the middle sector. How much have they gained into the final sector? 19.2, so 1.5 tenth improvement. Further to go across the line to go fastest of anyone. Cracking lap. That was a very good lap indeed. I'm sure it kind of stings a bit with a 5 grip penalty hanging over him, but that is a very good lap. Should be proud of that one. Darth Tim's on a flying lap. His second of the session. 23 1, 119.9. Bit of an early turn in. Compromises the exit, it looks okay. Slightly missed apex, slightly wide on the exit, and it's it. Nice and tight, let the car run. It was decent. And they managed to keep up the time. Across the line, it's a 4.5 improvement, improving up to P7. Decent lap. Well, that first corner was aggressive. I rate it. Wow. Oh my god. Not 100% sure what that was. Not sure if that's... They've been watching Lance Stroll compilations into that corner, or Kimi Raikkonen compilations into that corner, but I wouldn't recommend them. I couldn't tell you why they're pushing full beams on an outlap with damage. Each to their own. Maybe we'll end up with pole, and this is all a trick. We'll have to find out if he continues on. Continuing to start a lap, fair enough. Let's see how this goes. You'll stay on board for this entire lap to give it a nice little spectate. Into turn 1, nice and wide. Isn't the greatest exit and entry. I hope the Alpine's not allowed. No, just can't pit lane. It's gone wide again. Missed the wall this time. Sure thing. I don't really know what to say. As Arctic Ryan. He got damage as well. No. McLaren coming out the pit lane, letting the Red Bull through, I believe. Yep. Let's Rufio through. It's good to see what this Red Bull does. It's gone for it again. We'll let them do their thing and we'll focus on the other people now. Ryan, Red Bull, Rufio. Just missed the first sector split. That is not clever. Into the second sector split. Decent, very good batch management. Ooh, McLaren stop. 1.5 times up for Rufio, that will stick in provisionally P3. into the last complex of corners. Nice and tidy, nice and clean. Looking good. To the line, 18.7, that is P3, got down. Couple tenths off the top two. Back to this Red Bull, 7 tenths down. Warning lights actually showing on the car. I shall not be asking questions. It's going again. Fair enough. We're in the last laps of the session now. Yeah, it's gone fast, hasn't it? Ryan fighting to get back to the grid. Stone Cold Steve, 4 tenths up in the first sector. Darth Tim's a bit of grass on their wheels. That Armor King session over already? Bloody hell. Aston pass. Arctic Ryan to the line to start his last lap. He makes it by 6 seconds. As does Skyline. Back of the rim goes phase 4. Rufio pits. Next up we have Darth Timms. Darth Timms to the line. P5. Very good luck. McLaren. Both in the Stone Cold doesn't really improve. So that with the Alpine. The Armor King, he pits. The Red Bull guys are really improving. Jim Clark then. And he disrupts the battle for pole. On the way to the line. Looking good. Across the line. It's pole for Jim Clark. With an 8.5 tenth improvement. What a laugh. Unless someone else can say something different. Enter back G. To the line. Stays P8. Doesn't quite improve. Arctic Ryan. Doesn't really improve. Skyline. Really improve. And that's in the qualifying. With Jim Clark stealing pole position of a final chance from Boudicca. So your grid then is Jim Clark on pole, Bueller alongside, Eugene, Rufio, Papa Rim, Darth Tim, Armor King, Centre Back G, Stone Cold, Ryan, JK Route, Skyline guys are hybrid positive. Hybrid positive deciding not to throw a lap in. See how that affects them in the Grand Prix. With Bueller taking a 5 base grid penalty, he will drop to P7, which leaves front row of Darth Tim's, sorry buddy. A front row of Jim Clark and Eugene. And we will have a hydration break before the main event. Thank you for the follows, lads. Welcome in. Let's do this then. Formation on that one. Counting for Blue Digger dropping into P7 on the grid. Getting a front row of Jim Clark and Eugene. See how we go. People, thank you for the follows and everything. Hope everybody's well. Best of luck, everyone. With different strategies, but mainly looking at medium to hard, I believe, unless there's rain involved. You line up onto the grid. Positive lines up onto the grid. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lights out, and away we go. Decent start from Jim Clark. He maintains the lead. Eugene holds second. Into the first corner we go. So far so clean. That wasn't a bit wide for the Ferrari. Into turn 3. So far so clean. Oh, that's wide. The Red Bull guys are always wide. That'll be frustrating. That up front, Jim Clark still leads you, Luke. Oh my god. That was optimistic. And quite costly in a way. They fall back down to 14th. Positive up to 13th. Meanwhile, back out the front, Stone Cold and Papa Rim battling for 6th. Jim Clark has actually lost the lead to Eugene. Good start for Eugene as Rufio looks to make a move as well. Oh my god, Jim Clark nearly spins. I'm going to leave him really under pressure from Rufio. Up the inside. Jim Clark maintains it for now. As armoring. Eugene streaking ahead into the lead. As armoring just sitting behind these two, Rufio and Jim Clark. Jim Clark could be a sitting duck here. Rufio down the inside. Bit wide from Jim there. That'll be a warning for track limits, I believe. Rufio hits the wall. Armoring getting involved. We're looking at 3 wide into turn 3. Armoring backs out. As Rufio maintains 2nd. Jim Clark in 3rd. Jim Clark struggling. Start. Armoring now sizing him up. As Budiger is now sizing up his teammate as well. And Papa Rim sticks the wheel down the inside. Don't do that. Oh, into the wall, hybrid. Not sure what happened there. They'll be lucky to come away without any damage, I reckon. Armoring has got past Jim Clark as well. And Rufio. Ryan and Darth Timms wheel to wheel. As these 3, Armoring looking down inside of Rufio. Doesn't quite make it. As Jim Clark looks around the outside. Budiger has the popcorn out. As Eugene just streaking out their lead so far. 2.5 seconds now. They're in pole position early on. Those hybrids off again. Wonder if he's got damage. Yeah, half front wind's gone. Ah, that's a shame. A real shame. I wish I'd been on board to see what happened. Into the pit lane, I wouldn't be surprised if he retires now. Ah, it's so infuriating for him. Have to see if he retires. Meanwhile, this battle looks tasty. Darth, still, yeah, centre back is retired. Aston Martin, he's out in the pit lane. Hybrid hasn't. More Stone Cold, Papa Rim, Bula, Jim Clark, Armoring and Rufio. No moves so far. No moves really. Big gaggle of comes. Hybrid has kept going. Centre back day is retired. Oh, Jim Clark spins. Not sure what happened there again. Well, I'm shit at keeping up with what's going on. Wonder what's gone on there. Oh, he spun again. He's at the wall. And that very much looks like the end of his Grand Prix, unfortunately. Obviously, it's never over till it's over. It doesn't look inviting, let's say that. Gone wide again, yeah. Into the pits. Is that it already? I haven't spared, so it's quite possible they'll keep going for now, which I'll rate. It's never over till it's over. Back to the battles. Gap to Eugene is coming down slightly. Rufio. Still sat at about 2 seconds while Rufio has to defend from last week's race winner, and Bula. Atherim slightly falling away from the other Alpine. As Positive has got past Stone Cold, moving to 6th place already. They've had another flying start to this Grand Prix. And now they're sizing up Papa Rim. Down the inside. Ooh, yellows. Safety car is that? Jim Clark is out. Do we have a safety car? We do have a safety car. Everyone flies into the pit lane. That's a long way to take hard tyres. Geyser has a drive penalty for speeding under the safety car. That's I mean, it's under a safety car, so it's not the end of the world, but it's not useful whatsoever. Okay. Reserve it now. Pit stops for Skyline, Stone Cold, Darth Pims, and Papa Rim. There we wants to keep an eye on until the end of the Grand Prix. So Eugene's lead has been completely diminished as well. The introduction of the Burn Under. We are back to square one. Eugene leads from Rufio, Armor King, Buddha Digger, Positive, Arctic Ryan, JK Ralph, Karim, Darth Tims, Stone Cold, Skyline, Geyser, and Hybrid. Jim Clark and centre back Jay have retired from the Grand Prix. Let's keep it clean under the safety car, people. Wish I'd been on board to see what happened to Jim Clark and the Aston Martin actually. There's so much happening at once. I'm sure their point of view will be great to see. It's great for the people that are underfueled as well. They'll be absolutely loving this. Like Eugene is like he's slightly underfueled. Armor King has pitted. That's interesting. Papa Rim has pitted again. Positive has pitted. Onto the hard tyres. Papa Rim back onto mediums. And a new front wing. That's didn't must have hit someone behind a safety car. That's fuck their race. Positive on hards. Looks to take those towards the end of the Grand Prix. Sobel last week's race winner. We're in a state where the top 5 need to pit still, and everyone else has pitted. So Darth Tim's the effective race leader from Stone Cold, Skyline, Armor King, Positive. If the hards go to the end, those. Likely be looking at one more lap behind the safety car before we are racing again down under. Some fun fact on the safety car, this final corner is my most hated corner to drive on the entire F1 calendar. I absolutely despise it. It could be the main reason I quit racing competitively. It might sound silly to you, but I have nightmares of that corner. Absolute nightmares, I tell you. Why, guys? I got a penalty. Oh, it's track limit penalty. That's it. That's an early one. That will not help the race at all. He's now caught up, so I expect the safety car to be at the end of this lap. And as predicted, the safety car will be in this lap. So we hand over to Eugene as he becomes the safety car. When will he go? Will he be able to catch Rufio out? Or will Rufio be able to sweep into the lead of the Grand Prix? Only find out end of lap 7. Here we go. Or not. Here we go now. Eugene, Rufio. Rufio's got a good run so far. Pipstream, Rufio takes the lead of the Grand Prix. A fantastic move. But I think he's done it illegally and he's had to let him back through. And that's actually let Budiger and Arctic Ryan through. He's regained that position. There's an almighty scrap behind. As here comes Stone Cold on JK Route. There's an almighty scrap there. This is going to be chaos down this straight. Let's stay on board here. Oh my god, Skyline and Arm Walking get close. Positive getting involved. Papa Rim, Hybrid. It's all coming together at once. They're 3 wide. It works out. It doesn't work out. Hybrid into the barriers again. Oh, and again. From wind damage. And the safety car is out again. I'd almost say that second spin might have been a little on purpose, but we will never know. I'd imagine this is near perfect timing for the 4 back pitted, 5 to pit, and yes they do. Eugene, Blue, Rufio, Ryan, Darth Timmons, all pit. So Stone Cold emerges as the race leader. And yes, those people that pit onto hard tyres on the first safety car will be absolutely thanking heaven for this, so they can look after their tyres and get to the end. 20 laps remain. 2 safety cars and 8 laps. Chaos. 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 With that safety car, your established order is Stone Cold, Arm Walking, Positive, Papa Rim, Skyline, Eugene, Budiger, Rufio, Ryan, JK Route, Darth Timmons, Geyser, and Hybrid. Safety car will be in at the end of this lap. We will try and get racing for the second time in this race. Over to you, Stone Cold. You're in control. You are the safety car. Last week's race winner, I'm positive, I'm sure, will be chomping at the heels of Stone Cold. Stone Cold becomes the safety car. Has he gone? He hasn't gone yet. He's gone now. And that is a very good restart compared to last week's race winner, who's going to be under pressure from positive as into the wall goes Eugene. And that's going to make all kind of illegal overtakes. And that's a little bit chaotic. Rufio and Eugene. Eugene gets back past Rufio. Hybrid and Daft Hims. Hybrid gets past Daft Hims. Daft Hims is passed by Geyser as well. Daft Hims has damage. Oh. Oh, he did the wall again. No front wing on Daft Hims Ferrari. Positive goes hunting down the Alpine, which has already pulled a second on Papa Rim. Positive all over the back of Armoring, who's all over the back of Stone Cold. Armoring looks down the inside of Stone Cold. Stone Cold holds the position for now. He's going to be feeling the pressure, I'm sure. There's Buddha Digger and Arctic Ryan. Doing an absolute ding dong for 8. Back to the lead though, and it's Stone Cold, Armoring, Arm Walking, Positive and Papa Rim, flying away from P5 Skyline. Geyser with plenty of thing in the pit lane. Daft him makes it into the pit lane as Builder gets past Ryan. Skyline is passed by Eugene. As Rufio now looking. Eugene with a time penalty for track limits. As Rufio moves for outside of Skyline. And he is squeezed off. Legally. That's gonna help out the exit for Skyline, yes. Rufio, yes. Do not touch the grass as he loses out. Boom digger. Meanwhile, Positive and Arm Walking hunting down Stone Cold at the front. They go in side by side. Arm Walking takes a lead. And I expect Positive might follow through. Oh, he's squeezed. Positive does follow through into second place. Front 2 from Zandvoort, front 2 in Australia from the moment. Well, back here, it's all continuing up. Papa Rim gets past Stone Cold for third. And we'll probably hang on to these three now. Stone Cold drops from first to fourth in the lap. Meanwhile, back here, everyone for themselves. Nothing really happening. Very close battles indeed. Rudiger lining up the Mercedes as if the McLaren of JK Rout has gone. And Hybrid, it must have made contact. Hybrid is an absolute walk-off today. And they're still going at it. Damage for the Racing Bull Hybrid, who goes down the inside. And McLaren fights back. Goes for the switchback. Gives position to the Racing Bull. I get the impression JK Rout is not the happiest man in the world. Not the happiest driver in the world. As Eugene is passed by Rudiger. Eugene tries to fight back, can't. He's going to invite Rufio to make the move, not quite. Well, that's not greatest entry. JK Rout and Hybrid are still going at it. Hybrid is on an absolute roller coaster this race. Wheel to wheel now. Hybrid gets the position back in the McLaren. Stays ahead, I should say, sorry. As Eugene gets another penalty for track limits. That's 2. They got front wing damage. Yes, Eugene is missing an plate from contact with the pit wall, I believe. As Ryan now lining up Rufio. I think Rufio made another mistake. And Ryan flies past Rufio with their possession. Said to my friend request I can invite him back. Didn't have a friend request. No, didn't set a friend request. Sorry, Rufio. As Eugene is passed by Ryan, who's at 6th place. Meanwhile, the Red Bull of Geyser has spun again. And is missing an end plate on his Red Bull. Meanwhile, Armour King, Positive, Upper Rim, Stone Cold. These 4 breaking away from Bula in a battle for the lead of the Grand Prix. As we are at the halfway point. Positive goes for the lead with Armour King. Positive takes the lead. Positive leads from Armour King and Upper Rim from Stone Cold. Skyline, Rufio just gone off, I think. Oh no, still a ghost car. Oh, I can be fuming. Absolutely fuming. JK Route and Hybrid still having their dispute over the final point position. Finally, the Red Bull guys has gone off again. Positive has spotted that, and Positive has spread his wings and extended the gap out front to 1.2 seconds. It's all looking cosy for Positive now, providing the Cadillac can be nice on the tyres. Rufio has got back past Skyline after reassembling control of his vehicle. JK Route and Hybrid still disputing P10. Hybrid is back ahead of McLaren. Break. Giving each other everything. Into chicane. Oh, it was nearly contact. Not quite though. Blue Digger has pitted after his 7 laps on the medium tyres. That's early. As we are under... Oh, Hybrid's off again. We are under VSC. Hybrid's now going backwards. And yes, he has been disqualified, which I'm not surprised about, I must say. His AI is doing the cha-cha slide from the looks of it. I'm not going to ask any questions. AI is doing a cha-cha slide. Skyline took a driver penalty, speeding on the VOC. Resume racing under the VSC. Time for a message. Positive maintains a lead from Armour King and Stone Cold. I guess the issue for Positive is not if he can hold on to the lead, it's if his tyres can hold on to the lead. And judging by Zandvoort, we might be struggling by end of lap 29. We will have to see. Armour King staying on his heels though. It's never over till it's over. The top two from Zandvoort, top two in Australia. Like an inter-team Mercedes battle could be brewing. As Eugene gets past Skyline, as Arctic Ryan is into the pit lane. Wonder if the top will pit. That'll be interesting if they just pure dig up to the lap of the Grand Prix. Ryan's out on very old hards. Mercedes are still having an absolute ding-dong. Eugene and Skyline. Skyline on the joint oldest tyres here, and all Stone Cold. It's Positive spreading his legs and just pulling away from Armour King slightly. I wonder if they'll both pit, because they might be struggling to get to the end. He's really pulling away from Armour King now. Not pitting this lap, 10 laps to go. Now Tim's have found to the track limits as well. Can Positive look after the tyres enough and avoid a repeat of Zandvoort? Ooh, the timing for the Red Bull. Geyser is out of the Grand Prix. He stacked it into the wall. And the safety car is out again! JK Rout as a driver into speeding the safety car. This could spice up the race for the final few laps. Let's strap him in, gentlemen. This could be epic. I wonder if Positive will pit, or Armour King, Stone Cold, Rufio, Ryan. I imagine they'll all pit. With Bula and Papa M on such fresher tyres, surely they'll pit. And yeah, if Positive is in, Armour King is in, Stone Cold C is in. Rufio MK1 is it? Soft tyres are Positive, soft tyres for Armour King. Armour King has jumped Positive at the pit stop, says he. Positive has pitted. Positive has been reinstated to the top. I thought the game without absolutely screwed him over prior to, as he has jumped AR Norking though, and holds the lead. And he jumped Papa and Budiger. So the battle out front from Positive and Armor King continues. And the Cadillac made the soft tires last day. I'm sure he'll get yes from Zambia. Right at the back of the field is Skyline and Darth Kimmins have not caught up to the back of the field yet. So I think we'll probably be in at the end of next lap. For 6 laps of racing? 5 laps of racing or 6 laps of racing to decide the Grand Prix. Yeah, the safety car is pitting at the end of this lap, so we'll be looking at 7 laps of racing to decide the championship, the Grand Prix. Positive will go when ready. He is now the safety car. Positive has gone, and Armor King I think have been caught out there slightly. Now he's on the pace. Papa Ring, Dudiger. Here we go. To restart the Grand Prix. Rufio on the back of the McLaren. We're flying in, that's a bit of argy-bargy between Darth Timms, Eugene, and Arctic Ryan. Oof, nearly hits the back of the car. Ryan will be flying on those tyres, I think. Eugene was a bit slow. Skyline plenty of track limits. Ryan is so frustrated sitting back behind him. There's 1 second's been pulled already. I'm looking at the ring. Making it a two-way battle for the win. Down towards which chicane. That's bold. Round the outside goes Eugene. What a move! And JK Rowell, who has been passed again by Darth Kimmins. And after Ryan comes for a double overtake. Up the inside. If Ferrari stays ahead, that has to get past the McLaren now. Cracking move that. Eugene round the outside. Meanwhile, back to the front, positive. AR milking, upper rim, Rudiger. Who's going to win this Grand Prix? Who's going to stand on a podium? Rufio and Stone Cold will be higher contenders probably for a podium position. Cam positive, making tyres last. We know because of that loves a tyre or 10. Chili's through him like a hungry man. Rufio sizing at the back of the building. Never good race to win the penalty. Ryan sniffing the back of Darkins, waiting to make their move. Rudiger and Rufio. Oh, Rudiger trying to go with the back rim actually. Oh, rounding outside goes Rufio. Oh, contact! Buladov hit by Stone Cold as well. Ooh, and a safety car's out again. What is this race? Oh wow, this Buladdigger, I'm not sure what happened, there was contact with Rufio I think. What a bonkers race. Bula has pitted. Speed in the pit lane as well, just to add to the insult to injury. The Skyline. Rudiger has a fire. To be fair. He's so annoyed. Papa Rim pits. Darth Timmons pits. Skyline pits. Skyline with front damage. I'm surprised JK Rout has not died as well. Now he's in the pit lane himself. Back to neutral again. Safety car number 4. Positive. Armor King. Rufio. Stone Cold. Eugene. Ring pitting. I'm sure Rufio might some questions off that what happened just there with Buda at the end. But on track, he's in the battle for podium as a Stone Cold. Eugene. A little disappointed that having Framo start and everything, but Skyline trying to come to Ryan and Patrick. I think they'll be licking their lips. Try and get a podium. So imagine the safety car being in the next lap. It's kind of like Abu Dhabi, we would have 3 laps of racing to decide the Grand Prix. Not 1 lap of racing to decide the championship. What was wrong? The safety car shall be at the end of this lap. So we'll have 3 laps of racing. Positive becomes the effective safety car. Right there. Here we go then. Race restart. Number 700,221,000. Here we go. Positively, it's Aon walking second. Rufio right on the back of Aon walking. Down the inside goes Rufio for second. He makes the move off circuit. That might be illegal. The Stone Cold is off. Stone Cold dropping like an absolute stone. Contact there. Possible contact there. Papa Rim falls wide, he'll be frustrated at that. Eugene looking for Ryu and Ryan. Ryan's been brilliant to get to 4th place. Except for a podium. Eugene coming back though. Eugene gets back past. Straight Ryan. Ryan is now passed by Darth Timms. And Papa Rim's getting involved. Darth Timms now looking for a podium. There's oh my god, Papa Rim, Ryan wheel to wheel. Papa Rim gets past his teammate. Good move. Darth Timms. Eugene. Battle P4. As Rufio is lining up Aon walking, who has lost the overtake to positive. Eugene with a penalty, Ryan with a penalty. That's fucked his chances of a podium up. Darth Timms has got past Eugene. Good move. Rim was interested now in that move. But it's all looking positive for positive. Brilliant last to first drive. Kept it clean. Fast when needed, and providing Cadillac doesn't explode its tyres, looks set for victory. Eugene, oh my god, Aon walking gets passed by Rufio for second. It's Papa Rim and Eugene wheel to wheel. Oh, contact! Yeah, if that was real life, Eugene's going head first into that barrier in the exit. God for the F1 game. Papa Rim will be so frustrated. He's just stuck behind the Mercedes. We've defended him for nothing, really. All is failed in London League racing. We're into the final lap of the Australian Grand Prix. Positive looks set for victory. Rufio and Armor King looking set for a podium each. Tim's hunting down the Alpine. Can he take a podium on the road? He'll be happy if he can. Positive looks set for victory. Fires aren't going to explode. It's been a positive drive. Papa Rim has got past Eugene. Or P5, and Eugene's gone wide. Pies have just given up. And now it Ryan goes around the outside. As Arm Walking has been hit by the Ferrari. But here comes Positive. Positive wins the Australian Grand Prix. Rufio takes second. Arm Walking with last podium place. Papa Rim fourth. Darth Timms 5th, Ryan 6th, JK Rout comes home with 6th on the road. And that is victory in Australia for Positive. What a drive. Your race winner, Positive. Your fastest lap, Positive. Your driver of the day is Positive. Most overtakes, Skyline. And your final standings with pens supplied are Positive with victory, Rufio second, Armor King completing the podium, Papa in fourth, Dartins fifth, JK Route sixth, Ryan seventh, Stone Cold eighth, Skyline ninth, Eugene 10th. Brudiger, Geyser, Hybrid, Jim Clark, and Centre Back Jay did not finish the Grand Prix with DNS. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, it looked awful, Ryan, I can't lie. That looked dreadful. You know. Yeah. Thank you for watching.